Hey there, this is Andrew bringing you another Keyforge deck reveal and review. This is going to be a nice new Mass Mutation deck. I think this is number 7 or 8 for me. I've been kind of going slow through these, especially compared to some other people I know. Okay, this one is called Doe's Show Spawn of Venge Goddess. Wow, based on the Venge Goddess, that I almost want to say Dees for that, but I'm going to say Untamed. And then I think I'm gonna guess Dees, because Spawn makes me think Dees. And Doe's Show, or is it Ooze Show? I think it's Doe's Show. It looks like a D. It's Doe's Show. That I'm gonna guess that is Star Alliance. We'll see. Untamed, Logos, and Star Alliance. Ooh, this is great. I've been wanting more Logos. I have a lot of Untamed, but there's a lot of stuff I'm still interested to see there, and I have not gotten a lot of Star Alliance. I've gotten a little bit, definitely not enough, so that's very exciting. I am looking for a lot of speed out of this, honestly, because with the Star Alliance and Logos together, this deck ought to just fly, and then Untamed should be really cranking up the Amber production. Maybe some cost control. I could get them in all three. If I expect a weakness in this deck, it's probably like board control. But hopefully really high speed and enough control-y stuff like stealth mode, things like that to get some wins. So we'll see. We should be starting with Logos. Auto Encoder. This is one of my favorite cards in the new set. I'm glad it's a common, that's why I see it so much, but it's an artifact, and it says after a card is discarded from your hand, archive the top card of your deck. And you know, obviously, like, discarding a card doesn't always feel good, but there are some cards that are like really good in some situations and not so good in others. And it really amps up the value of those cards because you can afford to discard them, and you get a free archive out of it. But on top of that, there are a bunch of cards like Sloppy Lab Work and all the bots that make you discard a card. So, yeah, there's a lot of potential for value here. It's a great card. And speaking of bots, we have Demo Bot. This is a 3-power mutant scientist with Reap. Discard a card from your hand. If you do, draw a card, and then destroyed steal one. That's great. I'm not expecting a lot of steal out of this deck. Maybe some cost-based Amber control is more what I'm expecting there. Having this steal is great, and the Reap effect is great, so I like it. Okay, Diametric Charge. Action with bonus Amber. Deal 1 damage to a creature with 2 splash. That is really nice. Is that a natural Amber, or is that enhanced? I'm not sure. I am not sure. We'll see. Infomorph. This is my first time getting this. The art is just amazing. Great job on that. Balance Sheet is who did it. And we have a lot of great artists in Keyforge, but Balance Sheet's just been really active in the community, and a lot of us have a good, I mean, he wouldn't know me by name or anything, but I have met him, and especially some people in the community have just a great ongoing relationship with him. So anyway, love to see his stuff. So this is a 4-power mutant with 2 enhanced icons that it adds to the deck. So that's fun. Lethalogica is an action with a bonus Amber. This one got a draw icon. And it says play discard cards from the top of your deck until you discard a Logos card or run out of cards. If you discard a Logos card this way, put it into your hand. So yeah, this is just like sound the horns or whatnot for Logos. This won't trigger the auto encoder. The bot will, because you're discarding from your hand. Lethalogica won't, and that's good. I mean, it would be insane if you discard 10 cards and archive 10 cards. So, it makes sense. Opposition Research is an action. It has enhance 1 damage, and when you play it, enemy creatures can't reap during your opponent's next turn. Really nice and strong effect there. Got 2 of those. That's a little more like no to the opponent than I like things that say I want to go, but two of those can be pretty solid. Yeah, I like it. Oh, this is my first Quixo in the new set. That's nice to see. Quixo the Adventurer is a 3-power human scientist with skirmish and fight, draw a card. That's really nice. Standardized testing. This one is an action. It got a damage enhancement and a draw enhancement. Nice. And it says play destroy each creature with the lowest power and each creature with the highest power. Yeah, I'm a little leery to see the icons on this because this is sometimes a card you want to discard. But those aren't like the best icons, so if it was Amber, I'd feel worse. This is cool, a Positron Bolt with a capture icon on it. Positron Bolt is an action, has a bonus Amber, and when you play it, you deal 3 damage to a flank creature, 2 damage to its neighbor, and then 1 damage to the second creature's other neighbor. Very nice board control effect there. Prescriptive Grammar Bot. This one got a draw icon. Nice. It's a 3-power robot with taunt and hazardous 3, and it has the reap effect, enrage a creature. That is excellent. Then we have Dinobot, so we got another bot in here. This is a 5-power mutant scientist with play. You may exalt it if you do deal 3 damage to a creature. That is really nice for amping our board control game. And it has the reap effect, discard a card from your hand if you do draw a card. So each of these bots is giving us the ability to, reap, discard a card, at which point we would immediately archive the top card of the deck and then draw a card. So the autoencoder just makes them extra powerful. All right. I like this. This is a nice logo spread. It's not very Amber Pip heavy, but a lot of draw icons, and I'm expecting we're probably going to get some draw icons in other houses at this point, based on how many I see. Some more enhance is what I'm saying. Obviously, we're going to get more, but nice lot of icons there. Okay, on to Star Alliance. Access denied is an upgrade with the bonus Amber. It says this creature cannot reap. Good for playing on your opponent's creatures usually. Crewman Jorg is a 3-power human thief with enhance capture icon, and the action, if Crewman Jorg has no Star Alliance neighbors, steal 1. That is pretty cool. Maybe we can protect it with the Prescriptive Grammar Bot. Yeah, there's some nice possibilities here. Hadron Collision is an action that says play remove a ward from a creature and deal 3 damage to it. This damage cannot be prevented by armor. That is really nice. And this is an example of, if you already have board control, you discard this, archive a card, and that's great. But, this is a really nice way to, the art says it all, right? Just bore right through that creature. Securidroid is a 4-power robot. This one got a damage icon on it. It has taunt, but it can also be played as an upgrade instead of a creature, in which case it has the text, this creature gains taunt. So it can have taunt, or you can play as an upgrade to give something else taunt. I feel like probably, at this point, I'm thinking we just use it as a creature. Got a second one of those. This one doesn't have any enhancements. Sensor Chief Garcia is a 3-power human with play, fight, reap. Keys cost +2 during your opponent's next turn. Nice to see that. Yeah, this is always a great card. Subject Kirby is a 2-power mutant with play, fight, reap. You may play a non-Star Alliance creature this turn. Yeah, we had a nice set of Logos creatures, so I feel like that's probably going to have some nice hits. Survey is an action with a bonus Amber. It gave us a draw icon, and when you play it, you look at the top 2 cards of your deck and discard one of them. Nice sorting. Again, that doesn't pop the encoder, because it's discarding from the top of your deck. Teleporter Chief Tink is a 2-power alien. This one has a draw icon on it. It has elusive, and action, swap Teleporter Chief Tink with another friendly creature in the battle line. You may use that other creature this turn. That's good house cheating, and it gives your things like those bots maybe extra value, right? Because you can use them on the Star Alliance turn. I like it. Got a second one of those. Very nice. Stunner is an upgrade with a bonus Amber, and it gives a creature fight, reap. You may stun a creature. That is always a really nice effect to have. I love it. And, Matter Maker. That's fun. This is an artifact with a bonus Amber. And it says you may play upgrades as if they were in the active house. That means on your non-Star Alliance turns, you can play your non-Star Alliance upgrades. Does that apply to the secure droids? I don't know. That's interesting. Otherwise, I have 2 upgrades at this point, right? So that we've seen. So not a ton of value, but could be good. All right. That's it for Star Alliance. Let's see what we get in Untamed. Dark Fairy. This is my first time opening one of these. It's a 2... Is it? I think it is. Yeah. 2 power mutant with skirmish and fight gain 2. This is like the mutant version of Dew Fairy. And very nice. Very cool effect. Ghost Talk is going to give those reap effects we have some extra value. Ghost Talk is a 2 power beast with deploy and play. You may reap with each neighboring creature 1 at a time. Excellent. Got a second one of those. I like it. Lost in the Woods. Fun to have this card back. This is an action with the bonus amber. When you play it, you choose 2 friendly creatures and 2 enemy creatures, and you shuffle each chosen creature into its owner's deck. That's solid board control. It's a nice way to cycle the Ghost Talks back, because they're really better for their play effect than for having on the board. Anything else? Like a Kirby could be okay. Garcia could be okay to cycle that way. They have nice play effects. It's nice to get that with Star Alliance, actually. I don't think any of the Logos creatures had good play effects. Oh, the Dinobot has a play effect to do damage, which could be worth cycling back. Another Lost in the Woods. Nice. I like it. Huh. Resurgence is an action that has enhance the draw icon, and when you play it, you return a creature from your discard pile to your hand. If that creature is a mutant, then return another creature from your discard pile to your hand. Nice. Get the Ghost Talk back. We can get like a Dark Fairy and a Ghost Talk. Get Kirby back. Set up for a turn that way. Get the bots back. Nice. Dark Harbinger is a 4 power human witch that says after you play an untamed action card, ready Dark Harbinger, and we know we're going to get at least 1 special card. There are some actions that are keyed off of getting Dark Harbinger, so that's fun. We'll get to see those. Fangtooth Cavern is going to be an interesting one in this deck. It's an action or an artifact with a bonus amber. It says at the end of your turn, destroy the least powerful creature. We are not stocked up on really big creatures here, so there's a chance, that this would hurt us more than help, but have to make the judgment call in the individual game. Growth Surge, on the other hand, will help. It's an action with a bonus amber that gives a flank creature 3+1 power counters, and then you give its neighbor 2+1 power counters, and the next one a+1. So it's kind of like the opposite of Positron Bolt. Where is that? Yeah, these are kind of like opposite cards. Ritual of the Hunt, that's fun. It's an artifact with a bonus amber. It's a power, and it has Omni, destroy it, and for the remainder of the turn you may use friendly untamed creatures. Excellent. Okay, Mutation of Fury. This is one of the cards I was talking about that's keyed off of the Dark Harbinger. So it's an action with a bonus amber, and when you play it, until the start of your next turn, a creature gains Assault 3 and the Mutant trait. So it's nice because when you play this, you're going to ready the Dark Harbinger, right? But also, you don't have to use it on the Dark Harbinger. You could use it on Ghost Talk or Dark Fairy. Give Dark Fairy Assault 3 and ready and fight with it. Oh, you don't ready it, but you would ready the Dark Harbinger. So kind of cool that way. Okay, and then another Mutation of Fury. So I think there are 3 mutations, and basically if you get a Dark Harbinger, then you're eligible to get some mutations. I don't know if there's a minimum of 2 or 1. But they're pretty cool. So here we just got 2 of the same one. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 printed pips. But add to that the Ghost Talks that probably get us 2 more each. that's pretty good. I'm thinking the Ritual of the Hunt is not going to hurt us. In Untamed, we have 3, 4, 5, 6 actions, which is great for that Dark Harbinger, right? I mean, you're going to get good value out of that little guy. Matter Maker's going to speed things up a little bit, and Kirby too. So what I'm seeing here, I really want to look into the Secura droids and whether they work with the Matter Maker, because that would just be extra bonkers. I'm guessing the answer is no, because when they're in your hand, they are not upgrades, they're robots. But it's worth checking. But what I'm thinking here is we have a situation where we're going to burn through the deck fairly quickly, be able to build up some archives, have some real power turns with the Harbinger, as well as with the Ghost Hawks. We're missing any sort of key cheat, and we're also missing any great like amber protection, right? If the opponent has steel, we don't have any way to stop that. So that's where we're a little bit vulnerable. But in terms of just raw speed, I think this deck is in the category of, I've heard people talk about the sort of, do you want to bring a deck that deals with the threat, or do you want to bring a deck that is the threat? And looking at this deck, I think it is the threat, right? It has a lot of amber. It has, it's going to be able to go fairly fast. You get to cycle. You have creatures like Ghost Hawk that you want to cycle with Lost in the Woods. Same with the Kirby, the Garcia, and the Dinobot. So really pretty nice play effects to go with the Lost in the Woods, as well as the Resurgence. And so yeah, I think this is going to go pretty fast. The question is just, will you be able to tempo things such that a deck that is doing amber manipulation doesn't pull ahead? So yeah, that's it. I'm looking forward to playing this one. If you are really anxious to play some mass mutation in TCO in the Crucible Online and don't know yet, there is a dev.thecrucible.online server where you can play. Last I knew, you need to make sure you go in and set your language, otherwise your cards won't show up. Had that experience, found out later, if only I'd known. But so you can test, but it's not on their live server. So it is going, you can expect to see bugs. If you do go in there, please be good about reporting bugs. Of course, read the server. They have instructions for how to report bugs. Don't just go tag people on Facebook or Discord or something. That's not the way. Anyway, but yeah, it's a good way to get on and test these kind of decks. And you can even assign your enhancements and stuff. Please do, put them where they actually belong. You don't want to be the silly person who's doing weird stuff and being unfair. So there's just no reason for that. Anyway, so that's all. Thanks so much. I hope you enjoyed this as much as I did, and that you will hop on and forge some keys.